Hi, my name is Jatin, and I rode my Royal Enfield Himalayan around Australia in 50 days. And this is my rider's view. I've been asked these questions, why are you doing this? Or while I was on the ride, or why did you do it? My first answer is a typical Aussie answer, why not? But if I really think into it, the reason why I did it was, I have a passion for motorcycles. I always loved Royal Enfield, and Himalayan is obviously a fantastic bike, so I wanted to do a bit of riding apart from weekends. And I really wanted to get out there and actually push myself, and also get a full satisfaction for the passion I have for motorcycles. So, and yeah, that was pretty much, and obviously wanted to see Australia in the real sense. One of the reasons why I did this ride was obviously wanted to experience Australia. When you're in a car compared to being in a motorcycle, it's very different. Being on a motorcycle, you get the full effect. I would say full 90 cinema effect. You can smell the air, you can feel the cold breeze or hot breeze or the humidity. You can smell, you can see things more clearly. Obviously, Himalayan is not a very loud bike, so sometimes you can hear things as well. And you can go and be at places where normally you wouldn't go or wouldn't be able to go. So overall, it was the need to experience that. And yeah, that could be also the reason why it led me to doing this. Being born and brought up in India, Royal Enfield was always the dream bike. We never thought of Harleys or anything like that, because that's what was there and that's what we saw, and everyone loved it, and even everyone loves it now. Being able to ride that bike more is always something that I would always wanted to do. And this was a good, pairing. So a trip like this with a bike I would want to ride. And also the practical reasons as well. The bike is solid. It is simple, but it is solid. Less things can go wrong with it. And you can depend on it. It's reliable. And I can prove it because I haven't actually had any issues with it. So it's definitely a highly dependable bike. And when reviewing, I also had to look at other bikes as well to see which would be right for me for this particular trip. And this just stood out all the time. I'll leave it to its excellent, reliable engineering and a solid build. So basically the trip is, I designed the trip for 50 days. The idea was to do A1, which is a network of highways that connects all over makes a full circle of Australia and also goes to Tasmania. When I worked it out distance-wise, it kind of fell to around 50 days, which is perfect timing for what I have done. That's what I feel. The total distance I had estimated was around 15,000, but I ended up doing 16.5, close to 16.5, because I did a little of diversions here and again, and I was exploring a few places all along the way as well. And the idea was to do pretty much non-stop, have few rest days. So 50 days includes a few rest days that I had along the way as well. And I wanted to make sure that I not just visit every state, but also go visit every capital, try and explore any major see all the highlights that come along the way, and actually experience the Australian culture up close and see the terrain, see what Australia is all about. And this trip actually encompassed everything. Australia is such a diverse country, and there are so many different things that you will see along the way. I can't zero in on one, but I can say I would have a few. Obviously, Nullarbor Plains, riding on it was one of the best experience. Pilbara, riding around Pilbara when you feel like you're in Mars with your Hemi. It's an entirely different experience. Moving on to Kimberley, where it was extremely hot, as if like it was winter in Melbourne when I left, and within a few days I was in like 35 degree temperature. So, but the whole experience over there, everything was different. And obviously around Cairns, a lot of twists everywhere. So, I had a bit of fun along the way as well. So a lot of highlights or, best moments, I would say, throughout the journey. When it comes to challenges in this trip, with the bike, absolutely nothing went wrong. It's hard to believe sometimes that that's exactly what happened. I did have services scheduled along the way, and I had a couple of times I had the tires changed as well. But apart from that, no major issues, nothing. The bike performed really well. I was carrying extra fuel because I kind of knew there would be long distances before I could get fuel. So that worked out as well. I decided to do the whole thing vegetarian. So that was just a tiny little challenge I had, but I could survive on veggie burgers along the way. So after completing the trip, even today, I look back and when I think about it, I feel like, did I really do that? And then when I think about all the events and the days that I had gone from A to B, I feel like I found a new self in myself. I never thought I would be able to push the boundaries, go beyond my comfort zone. But this definitely helped me. There's one little fact about me. Before I left for the trip, the maximum I had ridden is 300 Ks over a weekend. And then I slept for a day. And the first day I was riding, it was 250 Ks. And everyone was worried that this guy won't be able to do it, because there were days when I would be riding 640 kilometers or 50 kilometers in one day. And the question that I'll be riding every day. So everyone thought I wouldn't be able to. I mean, they were confident on me, but not on the fact that I would be able to ride every day. So I guess I would say I just gave it a shot, and I really feel that there's always more potential than what we believe in. I would say definitely do it. This is one of the best experiences you'll get. I researched a lot of rides around the world as well, but I feel this is one of the most comprehensive ride you can get. You'll find everything. In one ride, I have ridden in hot temperatures, heavy rains, humid and weather, chills, black ice on the road, really hot roads where, after every 15 minutes I had to get off the seat because it was too hot. So a mix of everything bundled up in one trip within what I did was in 50 days. I don't think you could find that anywhere. It's a unique experience. Obviously, I have been thinking a lot. My journey with Royal Enfield motorcycles is not over yet. I would say it's just beginning. I've been thinking about a lot of future trips, but obviously I will say when I have something more solid. I call my Hemi Masti. Masti is the word for fun in Hindi. And so I would say, me and my Masti along the way. So as I was riding, obviously it's natural to be connected to the bike. I was so confident about the bike, and I felt that bike was confident about me as well. But I would definitely say me and the bike had a close bond along the way. And overall, I felt very confident about it. As I was riding, I was feeling more and more confident along the way. I knew the bike was performing well. I knew it will not let me down, and it did. It was a fantastic experience. If I were to do this again, this is the exact bike I will take.